Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Stasia and I'm following an oil-free, whole food, plant-based diet. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you 3 super simple, delicious recipes. Okay, so to start, we are going to be making these super easy, oil-free apple oatmeal cookies. So to start, you're just going to need 1 cup of oats. I used quick oats for this recipe, and a half a cup of applesauce. Now you can make your own or just use the store-bought kind, along with 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then we are going to be adding a little bit of the apple pie spice. I would say that I used about a teaspoon or so, but of course you can just add it to taste. And then lastly, we're just going to give everything a really good mix, and it will all come together to form a pretty nice firm kind of dough. And as you'll see, I'm just taking, about a tablespoon or so on a spoon, no hard rules there, and just rolling it and then placing it on a sheet of parchment paper. It's also worth mentioning that before I started to make the cookies, I preheated my oven to about 350 degrees. As far as whether or not to use the sweetened or unsweetened applesauce, that's completely up to you and whatever you want as far as the level of sweetness goes. Okay, so after you have all the cookies lined on the parchment paper, all you need to do is simply take a fork and flatten those babies out. I baked them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes, and now you see that I'm just topping it off with a little bit of extra apple pie spice just for a little bit more flavor. And that's it. That's really as simple as it gets. So these cookies are perfect for a little snack or a snack on the go. They're even great as a breakfast cookie, so I hope you guys enjoy these. All right, so anyone following this lifestyle can appreciate how important it is to have a delicious oil-free dressing. And let me tell you guys, this is it. This dressing is so perfect for the fall season, for all the upcoming holidays. It's just so good. And the best part is that it's super easy too. So there's only about 5 ingredients, unless you wanted to play around and add some more of your own. But all you're going to need is applesauce, apple cider vinegar, cinnamon, maple syrup, vanilla extract, and that is it. Whisk all those ingredients together and you have yourself a delicious, beautiful apple cinnamon dressing. So as you can see here, I just topped it on my lunch, which was a kale salad with blueberries and about a half an ounce of walnuts. But honestly, this dressing would go great on many things, and it would actually be even great as a dip. So I definitely hope you guys give it a try, and definitely let me know in the comments what you think. All right, so I don't know, this one might be saving the best for last, but you guys be the judge of that. So here I'm going to be showing you how I make my homemade hot apple cider. This is obviously not a recipe for every day, but with the warmer weather being here, again with Thanksgiving around the corner, you can definitely feel good about treating yourself to this, especially versus the store-bought stuff. Okay, so for this recipe, all I used was about 7 apples, but I would recommend using 7 to 10 apples, and the sweeter the better in terms of taste, but of course you can use whatever apples you like. I used 2 cinnamon sticks, about an inch of ginger, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of ground cloves, half a cup of brown sugar, 1 orange that I peeled and sliced. You don't have to peel it, but I just found that it's a little bit sweeter if you do, and then about a teaspoon of the apple pie spice. Again, don't worry about trying to remember those measurements or having to write them down. I will have them posted for you in my description box, so don't worry about that. So as you can see, I'm just layering everything into a pot. And one thing worth mentioning about the sugar, I did use half a cup of brown sugar here, but of course you can reduce that to whatever you would like, and you can also use a different type of sweetener of your choice. So maple syrup would probably work just as well. Lastly, you're just going to cover all the ingredients with water. You're aiming to have it be about an inch or so above the fruit, but as you can see, the apples are floating, so you kind of have to press it down to get an idea of how high the water is. And then you're going to put it on a burner and bring it to a boil. Once it's boiling, you want to turn it down to a simmer, and you're probably going to cook it for about an hour or so, or at least until all of the fruit is really, really soft. And as you can see here, I've taken it off the burner, and now I'm just mashing all the fruit down as much as I possibly can. Lastly, I'm just going to take all of the mashed fruit and put it through a fine mesh strainer. Now, I must warn you that this part can be a little bit time consuming, so it does require a little bit of patience, but let me tell you, it will be so worth it. So as you can see here, I am just taking a few cups at a time and pushing it through the strainer. I'm just using a spoon, and the goal is to just try to get as much liquid as you possibly can. I recommend letting the hot apple cider cool down before doing that last part, but you can certainly do it while it's still warm. And as you can see, the end result is that you're just left with a beautiful hot apple cider. This is truly a healthy treat that the whole family can enjoy. And remember those cookies earlier in this video? Yeah, well, they also pair beautifully with this hot apple cider. So make yourself some of those cookies as well as this hot apple cider, and you have a perfect, healthy fall apple treat. If you would like even more of my oil-free, whole food, plant-based recipes for both weight loss and health, be sure to grab a copy of my recipe ebook. The link will be in the description box below, and get it while it's still on sale. And it goes without saying that if you like this video, then be sure to hit subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We will see you in the next one.